Good morning, Commissioners, and good morning, everyone, and welcome to the July 8th, 2021 Cumberland County Commissioners Workshop Meeting. Please stand and join me with the pledge of allegiance by saying, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I call this meeting to order at 9 a.m. and at this time I open up the floor to public comments.
Liaison.
Hearing none and seeing none, we'll move on to agenda item number 3, and I'll call on Tammy Hershey to discuss contracts and grants. Tammy?
Thank you, Stacy. Agenda item number 3 is contracts and grants. Agenda item number 3, Roman numeral 1, A through G, consists of existing contracts, contract extensions, or addenda with no additional cost or increase to the county for the following: aging and community services, children and youth, drug and alcohol, facilities management, NHIDD, public safety, and tax administration. Commissioners, do you have any questions, comments, or concerns regarding these agreements? Hearing none, we will move on to agenda item 3. Roman numeral 2, A through C, which consists of new contracts, vendors, services, grants, and contracts with increases or decreases to the county. I'll begin by calling on Kim Bittner to discuss the contracts for aging and community services. Kim?
Good morning. The first 4, AmeriBest, Home Helpers, Angels on Call, and In Your Home Care. They are all home health agencies that provide personal care and home support for eligible consumers. There is a rate increase of 75 cents per hour. Rabbit Transit, the next one, provides transportation services for seniors over age 60. And the last one, Virginia Monstead, she is the Aging and Disability Resource Center Coordinator, and this is for a rate increase of 65 cents per hour.
Commissioners, do you have any questions? No? Okay. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Next, I will call on Eric Ranovich to discuss the contract for the District Attorney's Office.
Good morning, Commissioners. The contract before you with the Department of Corrections is a culmination of about 2 years worth of work and planning that have gone into this project. We were approached about 2 years ago by the Department of Corrections. They wanted us to contract with them to do their narcotic work for narcotics and illegal substances they find in the institutions across the state. So after a few years of working on this, working with finance, working with Keith on the legal portion of it, we've hammered out this contract, which is a fully funded 5-year contract that will allow us to do the work, hire a person devoted strictly to do their work, purchase the necessary equipment to be able to do this and get it all done. And it's all fully funded to the amount of the contract, and it is a 5-year deal.
Questions for Eric, Commissioners? Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Next, I'll call on Susan Carlo to discuss the contracts for early intervention, the contract for mental health, and the contracts for intellectual and developmental disabilities. Sue.
Yes, good morning, Commissioners. So the first 4 contracts are contract amendments for fiscal year 2021. So the first 2 contracts are for early intervention. Jennifer Snyder is a physical therapist, and her amendment is for an increase of $3,905. Joe Bricker is a special instructor for us. Her increase is for $3,500. And then we move to the MH contract for Pennsylvania Counseling Services. It's an amendment increase of $1,464. And that's for like outpatient and group therapy at the prison. And then the last amendment contract is an ID contract, is for Keon Enterprises. They provide transportation, and it is an amendment increase of $2,381. And then the last 5 contracts are for fiscal year 21-22. The first 4 are for early intervention, Invo Healthcare Associates. They do our evaluations for the children. Theirs is a renewal contract with a decrease of $16,714 to start the contract. And we have Jill Bricker again for this new fiscal year. She has a contract increase of $66,000 for special instruction services. We have a Chauvelin Therapy Services, which is a new contract for this year for early intervention. And that contract will start at $31,000, and it is for occupational therapy. We have Stacy Foreman, which is a renewal for speech therapy. It is a decrease of $11,182. And then the last contract is for Gds Behavioral Consulting, which is G. David Smith. And he is going to be our behavioral support consultant for some of our complex cases that we have. We are starting his contract with us for $5,000, and that is an ID contract. Is there any questions?
There's any questions? No. All right. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
That concludes.
Okay, thank you, Tammy. Agenda item number 4 is Commissioner's Liaison reports, and I will start by calling on Commissioner Leiperberger.
Yes, briefly, a lot of activity going on with Kate right now. Continue having a number of meetings regarding organizational issues, particularly restructuring of committees, and also some refinement on strategic blueprint issues. We have a legislative meeting today with the Legislative Council in regards to specific issues related to possible revenues for the county, emanating from the opening of the mini casino in Shippensburg. Actually see where that's going to go. A number of workforce development issues. I already briefed you in writing in regards to a meeting I had this week with Laura Potto and Katie in regards to the development of fast track development of a possible workforce protection recovery grant as part of the Rescue Act money. We'll have more information on that probably in a week or so. Should be sure to share that. MHIDD meetings next week. Sue just briefed us on the contract. Participated in the CCAP call in regard for governance committee in regards to legislative priorities for CCAP this year. Pretty much has kept the same focus that we've had the last 2 years. That's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner Leiperberger. Commissioner Fauci.
Yesterday, I attended the Reentry Coalition meeting. I thought that meeting was really great. That's such a fabulous group of people that are involved in putting together a reentry program for prisoners in Cumberland County. And I would remind you to use the library. And that's it.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner Fauci. Commissioner DiFilippo.
I have no reports this cycle, but just a heads up, next workshop, I'll probably have 4 reports.
Thank you, Commissioner DiFilippo. I would like to report an executive session was held on July 7, 2021 at 9:30 a.m. regarding personnel. Is there any additional business that needs to come before the board today? Hearing none, we are adjourned.